What is the wackiest thing you've seen in a public bathroom? At the theater I work at, I was cleaning the men's restroom, and in one of the stalls was an open condom wrapper, a tiny empty bottle of the nacho cheddar seasoning we sell, and the seasoning scattered near the corner on the floor. Bethesda wishes they had environmental storytelling like that. Gas station bathroom in the middle of nowhere. Not only did this bathroom have a bathtub, but there was a fully dressed and made-up mannequin in the tub. Very jarring. I was taking a dump at a movie theater and a little kid climbed under the stall and grabbed my foot. I screamed and kicked that kid so hard right in the face just out of sheer instinct. He cried. His dad said, "That's what you get, Gavin." I have too many stories for that topic. I'll just pick the most unsettling. A co-worker and I were on a road trip in 2014 that took us through the mountains. Once you have passed through the mountains, it was still about 50 miles until you hit civilization, or anything resembling it. There was one small gas station in the middle of nowhere, so we decided to stop, get something to drink, and hit the bathroom. I walked in and headed for the restroom. The toilet was missing. Straight up missing. I walked back out and the clerk goes, "Oh, you have to use the bathroom out back. Follow the signs." I walked out, followed some cardboard signs with spray-painted arrows, and it started looking more like a scene out of Borderlands or Mad Max than a gas station. There was a door that had "toilet" spray-painted on it. I opened it and realized it was just a lean-to built onto the side of an outbuilding. There was no toilet. It was a lawn chair with a hole in it, resting on top of a pallet with a 5-gallon bucket underneath. If this was the year 1200, I might be impressed. But it was 2014. Also, there was no sink, hose, or anything to wash your hands. There was no light except for the sun peeking through cracks in the walls and through the spider webs at the gap between the walls and roofing. In a bedding store men's room one night, I was surprised to see that all the light bulbs were red. The red light in the otherwise blackened space gave the room a sinister feeling, like something from a horror movie could happen there. Someone once gave me a shoe while I was peeing. I don't mean it like a kick or anything. I had my dick out, peeing into a urinal, and this guy walks next to me and gives a shoe. A literal shoe. So now I have my dick in my left hand and a shoe on my right hand. And all I could think to say was, "Thanks." A clogged urinal filled to the brim with piss, with a fucking anaconda-sized turd spiral floating in it, in hypnotic circles. How a turd that size could be buoyant I have no idea. I was drunk, and in a bathroom at an event. As I'm at the sink washing up after returning some of the beer I'd rented, I hear a loud, "Hey, look at this," from behind me. I turn around to find another drunk girl standing in the middle of the bathroom, opening up her purse. And this little, white kitten head pops out. Every other girl in the bathroom immediately loses their mind and descends on this tiny cat, showering him with pets and scritches, which the kitten, for his part, just sits there eating up with an incredibly pleased look on his little kitty face. Logistical implications of carrying your cat around in your purse aside, surprise bathroom kitten was an unexpected but delightful high point of that night. Long time ago now. I was a teenager at the time. I was standing in front of a urinal just doing my business, and the door suddenly came slamming open. This little kid came sprinting in and already pulled his pants and underwear down to his ankles, as little kids tend to do for some reason. He wasn't slowing down. Must have had to go pretty badly. The restricted movement of essentially tying his legs together with his own pants caused him to trip. Little dude face-planted and slid across the disgusting floor with his shirt pulled up to his neck. And his pants, underwear pulled down around his ankles. The best, or worst, part of it was the noise it made while he slid. It was that squeaking sound of dry skin dragging across a smooth floor, kind of similar to shoes squeaking on a basketball court. But the sound extended for the entire slide. Once he came to a rest. He just picked his head up and looked me dead in the eyes. But didn't say anything. I couldn't help but start laughing. He eventually got up and waddled into the stall and I left. I'll never forget that. Easily in the top 3 funniest things I've ever witnessed. People don't believe me when I tell this story, but I was in the Washington, D.C. train station toilets. And the gap under the door is really high. Like I felt like anyone could just bend down and see me sitting on the toilet. Anyway, I leave the stall and there's a woman's bare butt sticking out from under the stall across from me, and she was wiping it. It still boggles my mind. Like, why? At Six Flags. Saw a little kid sitting on the rim of a urinal taking a shit. As I was leaving, I could hear Mom yelling at the kid's older brother to help him figure out what to do. A dildo superglued to the wall. A guy at my shrink's office, balls naked, shitting into a urinal.